Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm at yet another studio. We're going to call this Platinum, and I'm in RozyGlow Pink, one of the variations. Welcome to, well, the weekend of resurrection, isn't it? The phoenix rising out of the ashes, the consecrational fire. I still can't say it properly, but that which transmutes. Hello, Cherie. Welcome. So, again, this is more of the amazingness of Ian. He is this master builder, and he's building his house. He's just building the dream, his dream, our dream. He's doing these amazing things. Here we are. I'll show you more of this later. I might do my videos from here later, so we'll see in terms of the yoga videos. So if you want to take part in tomorrow's yoga, please do make sure you follow the links for the online classes that I'll be running. There's a gentle nurture flow and a dynamic nurture flow. But before I go any further, I'm going to read the prayer. And I really want to big up everybody who is going to London today for the Extinction Rebellion march. There's loads of energy around this, but it's really passionate, loving energy. I've got quite a few friends, some quite a lot younger than me, who are heading down. And I really respect that willingness to stand up for something with a heart-led intention. So I'm just going to share a little bit more about it. This is what came to me this morning. Good morning, diamonds. Positive expectation. What if this was the drug of all nations? Just imagine the excitement and glee. So much more inviting than what has been our history. I am not a feminist. But I do respect the intention behind this. Label that creates another division. Duality consciousness can be very well hidden. Just like fighting for the future is in itself an ironic mission. With the best of intentions, we often miss the mark, otherwise known as sinning, because our ego was leading, rather than activating our divine spark first and being led by hearts filled with love. Be the vibration you wish to co-create, and everything can begin to rise into place. So our passion is source-led, and grace and ease can inspire the way. I am a divinely inspired dream. I am flowing with divine synchronicity. I am allowing what matters to me to be guided by source in every way. I am that. I am. So if we kind of just pull this in a little bit, obviously it's an important weekend this weekend, so I had to put a bit of Christ passion in there, and to rise rather than to fall, and to move into love. What was it? The one about sinning. So yeah, missing the mark is really what is defined as sinning in terms of aiming for something and not actually getting where you want to go with it, so not hitting the bullseye. And you know, we've taken so much out of context, including Christ's teachings, so out of context. This seems to be what the establishment does. The establishment is all part of the third dimensional matrix, which is designed to control, and to control through fear. Now, a lot of us know this now. Welcome, Rena, welcome. But it's about really recognizing how endemic it is. And that's why I dared to mention feminism, and also, what was the other thing? Fighting for the future. Okay, in the past, there has been a need to fight, to really fight, and to utilize that anger, because we have been living in a paradigm that has been seeded as the belief that the only way to be on this planet is to struggle and to put physical effort into everything that we seek to co-create. And you know, this has been going on since the cavemen, okay? This has been going for a very long time in this guise, before we had the ancient civilizations that we hear about, like in Lemuria and Atlantis, and, you know, the sort of highly evolved beings that had once been on this planet. Now, we're growing and we're evolving, but the main thing is, I say this to my clients, the ego gets more and more clever at hiding its intention to try and keep things as they are. So we have to really, when we look at duality, well, when we look at aligning with grace and ease, we really want to start to pay attention to where we're in conflict with that, and just to observe it with tremendous humility, tremendous humor, tremendous forgiveness, because it comes up everywhere. So, you know, women, the suffragettes, they had to fight hard for women to move out of being subservient in the eyes of man to man. So there's been this huge need to create a divide, to say this is not aligned. But now we're in a phase where that is done. And it's the same with the peace. You know, I think Mother Teresa said that she would never attend an anti-war rally, but she would attend a pro-peace rally. And it's this kind of thing that we want to be careful of. Our language is so important. If we're fighting for something, we go straight back into that struggle paradigm. We're not envisaging, we're not co-creating, we're not inspiring, we're not inviting through our passion. You can channel anger into passion, right? You can move it through, take the judgment out, take the desire to hurt out, take the attack out of it and drive it into passion and inspiration. You move it up through your chakras. You really want to understand that your wounded male is in your root chakra, your wounded female is in your sacral chakra, and your wounded inner child is in your solar plexus chakra. They have got to be loved up, right? So in loving them up and bringing so much love and compassion to them, the way they've had to show up in the world up to this point in order to be able to affect change, they're exhausted, they're done in, and they don't know there's another way, but there is. As we bring love to everything, as we heal and as we seek to forgive, which is Christ's message, right? I mean, it chokes me up. It's Christ's message. Seek to forgive, seek to see through eyes of love, seek to move beyond the eye for the eye, you know, bollocks that has gone on for so long in our ignorance. And then we're able to kind of transcend and transmute that pain and transcend the place we have actually been in through allowing the pain to be revealed, to be loved up, to be healed, and then to envisage what a strong version, a healed version, a sacred version of whatever bothers us in the world would look like. So you can apply it to your inner masculine, your inner feminine, your inner child. You can apply it to anything in the world today. The thing that is upsetting me the most at the moment, so I'm going to use it as an example because it's a little bit abstract, is my lovely cat. She's got this horrible growth and she's had a cone around her for about 6 weeks now. What the vets have suggested is just ridiculous. They want to cut it out, but they don't think that the stitches would heal easily because there's not a lot of skin there. So she's potentially got the cone on for another 6 weeks if we go ahead with the operation. She's 15. I just know she's really sensitive anyway to analgesia, and I'm just torn. I'm really torn. But what's coming up for me is all the times I feel like I haven't been there for her. And it's like I've worked with a sphere of compassion, with a pink sphere of compassion, especially with this full moon. I just keep putting her in there and I keep loving up all my pain. So I can let her go because it actually does seem like that's what she's preparing to do. And this cat, anyone who knows me knows that Lavender has been part of Enjoy and RozyGlow for as long as I can remember. Like, she's 15, I've had her since she was 3, so 12 years. And, you know, anyone who does listen to this, please see her well and happy. What is the most distressing thing is that she's itching all the time. That's why we have to have the cone, and we're doing everything we can. Nothing the vets have suggested actually has worked at all. So we're having to use alternate means. But yeah, it's something that is distressing me, and it's like I want to blame, I want to get angry, and it's like she's in a transition, and the forgiveness part of myself and the memories I have of leaving her, abandoning her, not being there for her as I needed to be, has kind of, yeah, it's myself I have to love up and forgive. And when you actually think about the stuff that's going on in the world, so whether it's about fighting for the future or feminism, equality, duality is everywhere, right? So what we want to do is bring love to everything. So whatever is there that is disturbing you, like one of my friends is down at the march today, and she was talking about the fact that she thought she'd probably be crying all day because of, you know, the pain of the planet, the fact that we're having to fight and say, well, stand up and say, you know, Extinction Rebellion, you know, we're not having it, this isn't okay. And she's very sensitive, so she's feeling the collective pain of all the animals that are suffering. And, you know, this is what I'm connected to with my cat as well. It's just like, okay, let's move out of attacking, chopping, trying to suppress. Let's move into evolving, healing. And that's what I wanted to say. Instead of fighting for the future, command a new future, command a new world. That's what we are. We're so powerful in our co-creations, right? So we want to command the best, and we stand for it. We say, this isn't happening anymore. It's not happening on my watch. This is not happening anymore. I demand change, and I will clear up my own resistance to that change. I will move out of duality consciousness. I will see the love. I will bless those who are in ignorance and are still so fighting for their own power and control. Goodness, I listened to a bit of Theresa May's chat the other day, and I was just like, bless you, woman. Bless you. And this is the thing, everybody is stuck in their paradigm. Everybody is stuck in how they see things. If the way you're seeing things is benefiting you and those around you, great. If it isn't though, maybe start to look at it, right? So I'm going to read the prayer one more time. And again, not wanting to incite the rage of feminists and to minimize how much hard work has gone into the fact that we all deserve to be respected, whatever our gender, and animals and plants need to be respected. This whole planet deserves to be respected. My invitation is just to accept maybe that the resurrection that this particular weekend is about, especially with this full moon, is that we can now really move into the new paradigm, and we can leave behind the struggle paradigm. And our commitment to ourselves and our work, if you like, is to pay attention to when we slip out of that, thinking we're doing something for the good, but actually we've slipped out of it and we've gone back into an old way of seeing things. So bless everybody you consider an enemy. Look at the Ho'oponopono. This is the work today. This is how we honor what this weekend is really about, okay? Do the Ho'oponopono, practice radical forgiveness towards yourself and towards all other beings that you feel have trespassed against you or against the planet. See the planet the way you want it to be. See humanity the way you want it to be. See the way animals are treated and plants and the mineral kingdom are treated the way you want it to be. And then you clear up your resistance. So you use the tools that you have. Remember, I use really powerful tools, and there's a load of testimonials that will be coming out soon. And just keep breathing your resistance to this shift happening into the sphere and love it up, or just do tapping, do whatever you do. Dedicate your yoga practice to it, dedicate your meditation to it. Just really open yourself up to the fact that we can each really make a change if we want to, right? But the way that we step in is we step in love, and we command through our co-creative powers. We don't need to fight. We don't need to bring ourselves down. We want to really remember that we are beings. We are divine beings in human form, okay? All of us are divine beings in human form. Let's see that in everybody. And let's start to envisage that change rather than fight for it. What would it look like? How would governments look? How would institutions look? How would schools look? I don't want anybody moaning anymore about the way things are. Every time you do that, you lower the vibration, you take us back a step. So catch yourself, forgive yourself, and then start talking in such a way, the way you would like it to be. And that's how we energize the way we want things to be, okay? I love you so much. Hello, Gwen. Lovely to see you. I'm going to read this one more time, and I have a lovely photo shoot and filming to do today. So, good morning, diamonds. Positive expectation. What if this was the drug of all nations? Just imagine the excitement and glee. So much more inviting than what has been our history. I am not a feminist, but I do respect the intention behind this. Label that creates another division. Duality consciousness can be very well hidden. Just like fighting for the future is in itself an ironic mission. With the best of intentions, we often miss the mark, otherwise known as sinning. Because our ego was leading, your ego is your programmed self, the part of you that's fear-led, rather than activating our divine spark first and being led by hearts filled with love. Be the vibration you wish to co-create, and everything can begin to rise into place. So our passion is source-led, and grace and ease can inspire the way. I am a divinely inspired dream. I am flowing with divine synchronicity. I am allowing what matters to me to be guided by source in every way. I am that I am. And I call source, well, God is source as far as I'm concerned. But I also contemplated the idea that there's a God of this planet, a God of this universe, there's a higher God. It's all interesting, isn't it? Anyway, wishing you a blessed weekend. In case I don't speak to you tomorrow, be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Allow yourself to step out of the past. Allow yourself to step into the future you want to co-create by living it in your present, okay? Positive expectation. I'm going to focus on my cat feeling really deeply loved and happy and ready to leave her body. She can do that whenever she wants to do it. I've already given her permission, but I'm going to focus on the idea that she isn't suffering, that we're minimizing that with love, that we're healing her with love. So I ask you to help me do the same and to envisage that with everyone else, every other being on this planet that's suffering. So every animal that's suffering, bring love and healing and comfort to that being. You know, even when we're in a lot of pain, the mother's hug, the mother's embrace is the biggest, best pain relief that exists. So be the mother, be the divine mother, and hold all of this pain, love it up. Okay, that's our mission. Lots of love. Take care. Namaste. Bye.